I'd like a group to volunteer and support. So we will try and put together a team for that, and we'll try and get that sorted very quickly. The next thing I was going to do is, who is the president and what have you let yourself in for?
That's the question we've been asking ourselves.
There are two of my coats of arms up here. I am both a Ferguson and a Graham of Montrose. It's not that I'm actually called Graham. I would not have, yes, excuse me, if my mother had not been married, I would not have been called Graham. She would have chosen another name. She's been saying that now for a large number of years and doesn't want to say that anymore. But who am I? Well, my classification is management consultant. But what I actually do mostly is project and program management. Nearly always for financial services. Yes, Francis, your cousins send me their money, and I hide it for them. No, I'm lying. I'm at the poor end of banking. I'm in consumer finance. And in particularly, I'm working in Sweden at the moment, where even I can't have a Swedish account, because unless you've got a Swedish social security number, you can't get a mobile phone contract, let alone open a bank account. You can't even have an IKEA, see, and I say that correctly, you can't even have an IKEA family card without a social security number.
You can borrow them.
It's paranoia. So that I can type in social security numbers and I can see everything about them, what they earned, what tax they paid, etc. So there's very little money laundering in that sense. So what do? Well, I build stuff and I bring organisations together. That is my career in a nutshell. What I do is I'm very proud of both the products and the teams that I've developed and built from scratch in many countries, and the mergers and integrations that I've done for my clients. That's what I do. And now I've been working for myself for 7 years. I can't imagine having a job ever again. It's so much more fun. But before that, I worked for Amex, I worked for Riyadh Bank, and I worked for BIS, and I worked for GE, General Electric, across Europe and the Middle East and North Africa. So I've actually worked 3 years in England since 1993. The rest have been foreign postings and travelling out, doing relationship management, etc. In these other countries. Even further back, I was a university lecturer. But you don't get paid enough. I was earning less as a university lecturer than I'd been earning as an engineer 5 years before that, before I went to university and did degrees. So I got very quickly tempted back into financial services, consulting, etc. You're just not paid. The thing I find amusing, I used to work in artificial intelligence. Now, 25 years after I left, we're starting to see things commercially be used that we were working on then. So one lesson you should learn is, I don't have the patience. I don't have patience. It's taken 25 years for what we were working on to actually become commercially common.
What's the next thing?
I know the feeling.
I was also extremely fed up when people from MIT sold their research for $38 million and it was rubbish. Mine didn't work. Mine was even worse rubbish. But it was worth a lot more. It had a lot more going for it if it had have worked than theirs had. Microsoft paid $38 million for theirs. I was in round tables, before I was involved in Rotary, both in the Middle East and in England, with clubs that used to raise, in both cases, more than $50,000 a year.
Wow.
The two clubs I was a member of. Very different. We used to run and own big events. In one case, on behalf of Bexley, the London Borough, partly because they're tight, but we used to run their fireworks display for the whole borough. And we used to get over 20,000 people attending. and we would have separate committees from the club to do that. And in Bahrain, we ran the Bahrain Marathon Relay, which is still the largest participant sports event in the whole of the Middle East. We used to be able to say it was the largest sports event in the Middle East, but the Dubai Gold Cup and the 2 Grand Prix that now take place there attract more people. I've almost finished what I was going to say. You can't see them because there's people over there, but the people playing with IKEA train sets here is some of what I do at work. It was a collaboration exercise between people from 7 companies who'd never met each other. We did the same thing the year before in Denmark. But Frank, if we did this in Denmark, what product would we use instead of IKEA train sets?
Lego.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Frank's voice is higher, but we did it with Lego. Yes, Lego is a great management tool. Yeah. This picture here is me getting my MBA. I'm going to blow my own trumpet for once. I graduated top of my class.
Let's hear it.
Now, working left to right, we have my early careers here that didn't quite work out. Chinese coolie, ventriloquist, and an Eskimo. This is actually a very good Ventriloquist act. The one that speaks is the dog just to hear. And you don't see lips moving anywhere else. But I had to retire. Knees couldn't take it anymore. Moving across, we moved to Ghazala's favourite topic, world peace.
Oh, yes.
This is a demonstration of what I've done with world peace. Dogs and cats, my dogs and cats, living together in harmony. Yeah. And my lap dog, who was 55 kilos. Unfortunately, most of these are past. This is the current ones. But then moving further over, and I'm sorry here, you can't see them because they're speakings here. If I go... I can't get there to do that at the moment. I was going to close that window down. But these are all Rotary fundraising events on the right-hand side of the screen. As Rotary is officially non-sexist, equal for men and women, that is my entry into the Easter bonnet competition, which was run by Woolwich Rotary Club.
That's you, is it?
By the way.
God, that's me. Sorry, I came second.
Wow.
There was
Yes.
only one
That's
other.
not bad.
There was only one other.
No, we had a short. That's not true, Tom. We had a short list and 4 finalists.
Oh my God.
Audition, yes.
And that was knocked together in 30 minutes before the meeting as a joke, based on the fact that it was normally only the women that took part. This was full of chocolate eggs that were given out. This was a very serious pub crawl that we did for the whole of the Circle Line, with raising charity. We had agreed with 6 public houses that we would come in and make collections. We didn't have London Transport permission to collect on the trains, so we got the children to do it. So you'll see in this picture, you can't see in the room, but they can see away. This is the whole group of us. This is a Rotary Club and friends, all as superheroes, including.
What you were there, Graham.
Yeah, what was you, Graham?
Exactly. What were you?
Do you not watch movies?
No.
He was Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Wonder Woman doesn't wear a coat.
This is true.
I haven't got the hips.
But there's a Scottish wear a kilt.
I was Hellboy.
Oh.
There are a series of movies called Hellboy.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Not with the Reds. Do you know, I've got a feeling kilts come into this summer.
No, I haven't worn a kilt
I'm
since I
sure
was
that
8.
kilts come into this summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't wear kilts. I had to wear a kilt and a Harris tweed jacket as a page boy aged 8, and that was the last time I've worn a kilt.
I sort of have a vision of it. I have a vision of you in a Bonnie Prince Charlie.
Well, I do have the stocky legs. Skinny legs in a kilt look really stupid.
You could do that.
Yes. So,
I'm not. It's not one of those things that I tell my analyst. You know.
yes. But I said I'd be finished.
Yeah.
I am finished.
Congratulations to our president.
Lovely.
I thought you were going to elucidate a bit more.
No.
This is where you're going next.
He has no enough drink. Oh, well, you said.
You're not going to talk about your grand
that
vision for the future.
You give us
Good idea.
3 cheers to our President Graham.
Haven't heard this.
What's next?
Hear the booth.
Grey hat. Just in case you want.
Without an E.
It tells us that the internet connection is unstable, and I thought that was just us.
What's next on the agenda?
Next on the agenda